We've been in the process for 45, close to 60 days studying it, pulling every condominium document, and the numbers aren't final yet, but this is kind of a rough estimate of kind of where we stand today. And here's how we're defining Fort Lauderdale, downtown Fort Lauderdale and the beaches. We're defining it effectively, call it Northwest 4th and 7th, for convenience sake, call it Andrews Avenue. There's only a couple buildings that are west of Andrews. Take that over to the Atlantic. Take it from Sunrise and the northern boundary, take it down to State Road 84 or 24th Street, roughly, right before Eller Drive. So that's kind of the area we're looking at. We've broken it down into 3 quadrants. We have north of the New River, we have south of the New River, and then we have everything that's on the barrier island. And really what our data is showing us right now today, there's 175 condominiums that exist with at least 15 units or more in this this stretch, roughly about 12,800 units. Now what's interesting is there's been about a 66% increase in overall inventory in the last 7 years. So in Dade County, you saw about a 300% increase. You go over to Sunny Isles, you would have saw probably about an 80 to 90% increase. South Beach probably would have had about a 40% increase. And what we're seeing in downtown Fort Lauderdale Beach is roughly about 66%. Now of the 175 buildings, of the 12,800 units, there were roughly 40 buildings constructed since '03 with 15 units or more, with a grand total of about 5,100 units, which leaves 135 old existing buildings prior to '03 with about 7,700 units. Now what's interesting, unlike downtown Miami where there's 30% remaining inventory still in developers' hands, South Beach, 25% remaining inventory still in developers' hands, Sunny Isles, 22% developer inventory still available. There's only 7% available in downtown Fort Lauderdale and the beaches. Astonishing number, astonishing number. So the question is then, well, why is there so little remaining? I would make an argument that the pricing is probably a little bit more competitive. It's probably more of an end user market. And not to say you didn't have speculators here, where again, we're still in the early stages of looking at this, but you didn't have the speculators to the same extent. I don't think you had the same type of, we don't have to close, we're going to retrade the contract ultimately before we go to closing. But ultimately, most of the people in Fort Lauderdale and the beaches have all closed. They've all closed. We're looking at Hollywood Hellendale right now. We'll then proceed and go up to Boca Raton, and then after that, we're going to be looking at downtown West Palm. I would say downtown West Palm is probably going to be much similar to your downtown Miami situation, opposed to something like downtown Fort Lauderdale. So, overall, it's very, very, very good news in Broward County.